Welcome to the Steve Curcio podcast, the show for men who refuse to settle. Here we forge elite bodies, unshakable minds, and bulletproof lives. I'm Steven Curcio, bodybuilder, coach, and founder of Humbled Fitness. I help career-driven men over 30 reclaim their edge, build muscle naturally, and rise to a higher standard in every area of life. This isn't motivation, it's mission. This isn't therapy, it's transformation. So if you're done playing small, get ready to level up. Be humble, be bold, be humbled. Let's get into it. Here's a quote you'll either fall in love with or get slapped in the face with. Success is a dangerous drug. It makes you feel powerful while slowly robbing you of your edge. Let me ask you something. Are you actually successful, or are you just comfortable with where you stopped? That promotion, that house, that paycheck, they're milestones, of course, but not a finish line. But most men, they hit a goal, they can go dormant, they go silent. They trade the fire for furniture, trade purpose for paychecks, trade the mission for maintenance. That's not success. That's sedation at best. And what's worse, you're blaming life for your softness. I'm older now. I don't have time. My priorities have changed. No, you've changed. You allowed the softness to creep in. You chose to retire your hunger. And now your body, your energy, your leadership, it's all slipping. Let's talk about the code pillar for today. Extreme ownership, Jocko Willink style. It means exactly what it sounds like. Everything in your life is your fault, your responsibility. Your gut, your fault. Your low energy, your fault. Your disconnected marriage, your fault. You don't get to blame your job. You don't get to blame your schedule. You don't get to blame your kids. Because the moment you do, you hand your power away. And if you're handing your power away, you're not leading. You're just reacting. Extreme ownership, EO, is brutal, but it's also liberating. Because if it's your fault, then it's also within your control. Let me tell you something most men never think about. Your softness doesn't just affect you. It leaks into your leadership at work, into how your kids see strength, into the bedroom with your wife, to how you walk into a room. You don't command it anymore. You coast, and deep down you feel it. That quiet voice whispering, you used to be dangerous, and now you're just nice. Nice gets forgotten. Nice gets dismissed. Nice doesn't protect, lead, or conquer. You weren't built to be nice. Leave the nice guys at home. You were built to be powerful, under control. Let me introduce you my client, Dan. High-level exec. Built a 7-figure company. But when we first spoke, he said, I feel like I'm disappearing in my own life. He had the house, the family, the income, but he also had a gut he couldn't lose, low sex drive, a quiet resentment he couldn't shake. Dan looked successful on the outside, but he felt powerless on the inside. The turning point? Owning all of it. He stopped outsourcing the blame. He stopped waiting for time to magically appear. He started taking radical ownership, EO, 5:30 a.m. lifts, daily cold showers to snap the softness, 90-minute weekly planning meetings with himself. 3 months and 10 pounds down. Strength way up. And more importantly, he said, my wife is actually looking at me with that passion again. Why? Because the men who take ownership stop hiding. They become undeniable. So here's your challenge. Audit your softness. Audit your day, your emotions, and own it. Grab a notepad today. Write this down. 1. Where in your life have you gotten soft? Made excuses. 2. What lies are you telling yourself to justify it? 3. What do you need to own before you can grow? And once you've got those answers, pick one area. I'm not talking about waking up 3 hours earlier. Go to attack one thing a day. Don't try to pick 5 things. Pick one thing. And go to war with it this week. Not next month. Not when things are slowed down. Now. Because if you're serious about becoming a man who dominates life rather than gets dominated by it, you must reclaim control. And that starts with radical, unapologetic ownership. If you've been feeling the weight of success without the fire behind it, this is your moment. The standard you set from this point forward, it's yours. Own it. And if this episode slapped you with some truth, share with a brother who needs to hear it. If you want a body that commands respect, a mind that doesn't fold, and a legacy your family can feel, start living like the man you were born to be. No more waiting, no more hiding. Take action, lead the way, and remember, be humble, be bold, be humbled. I'll see you in the next one.